Hey people, Injured here, 2v2, Ruins of Argus, blue team. Ruthless at heart is a Techmarine, starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Deranged at heart alongside with a Mekboy, looks like they're going for the garrison. Teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat also puts out some good damage with a bunch of Orky gadgets. There they go, to lock down the southwest, or at least try to, up against double plague champions. This is Val.Hero, and we have Redbeard. Starting off with damage over time ranged weapons, they can get melee gear with some strong support and utility. No natural VPs on this map. Plague champion taking the mid. Looks like scouts heading towards the northeastern VP, and that southwestern VP being capped by the Techmarine. Both blue team heroes down here then. Mekboy trying to lock down this area. There's two very bashable powers down here, so trying to hold the central approach can really help you not get bashed over and over. Shooter boys being forced off the wreck point. Are these CSM going to try and flank? Maybe not with sluggers there. I'm not sure who Deranged at heart is. What player is playing under this name? It might be Piano, but I'm not sure. So we'll just call him Deranged. Replace my mech, they say. I'll put a turret, cool. Mekboy turrets are cool. And maybe that's further evidence that it is Piano, because not many people use Mekboy turrets, but I know Piano does on occasion. Here we go. So the Mekboy turret, unlike the Techmarine and Plague Champion turrets, does not suppress, but it does full damage over the entire radius, and it's cheaper. Pretty good DPS too. We'll see how it does down here. Techmarine taking shots at what? Oh, the Plague Champion, who's out of cover over there. We did see some Nurgle worship behind the walls a little bit earlier. Good place to do it. There we go again. Sluggers call off their chase. Oh, heretics just wiped. Tactical Marines in melee, looks like. Wiped out some heretics. Scouts helping out with their bolters. A little bit sloppy then from Val.Hero. They have some more heretics though. Those guys got away. Tactical Marines on the power with a flameless. These CSM should be in melee, surely. They're going to drop one model. They might Doom Blast here just to make sure they get the model, but I don't think they're going to get another one, but they might. Damage over time from the Plague Champion, maybe? No, I don't think it's quite enough. Don't think it's quite enough. Burners up for the sluggers. Couple of power weapons and some more hit points. Mekboy has the electric armor. Good tool to use against double heretics here. Does slow him down as it's active, as you saw. Some more Nurgle worship. Lots of that. And the Techmarine is bashing that power. They're really trying to lock this down, the blue team. The southwest. It's very important on this map. VP with power right next to it. Much more spread out on the northeastern side. Heretics here with an aspiring champion now for Val.Hero. They're going for Havocs. There's that Nurgle worship. And Noise Marines up for Redbeard. Pretty good choice on this map. As I've said, that power very easily reachable and bashable. And that Sonic Blaster will shake apart the structures very nicely. Also good versus garrison units. It's a pretty damn good weapon in its own right. Can shut down ranged attacks. And some decent damage, especially on if it hits a full squad. Grenade launcher heretics will also help against garrison units. You see here, deranged, trying to keep the sluggers moving so they don't get hit by those grenade launchers. They do have that travel time you can dodge. And they're not super effective against single entities. Techmarine with Artificer Armor. You can try and put some mines up, or down rather. And some repairs for the gens. Keeping the pressure up here is the blue team. Meanwhile though, their natural power in the northern side is being turreted and bashed. And there's Havocs here too. Heretics, not the best bashing unit. Got kind of messed up there. Down to 2 models, including the aspiring champion. Surprised the Plague Champion isn't pushing forward a little bit to shoot those guys, because he does shoot at the same rate when suppressed, but the turret is enough to get rid of him. I guess there's no reason to risk his health anymore. Bit of damage there on the sluggers. There's one little burst of that Sonic Blaster. Techmarine decaps, well, tries to decap the... No, doesn't quite manage it. Electric armor up on this Chaos Blob. Doing some good work to that Plague Champion, actually. Cacophony goes off and the Noise Marines knocking down all nearby infantry, which is why you saw that Plague Champion knocked over. And sluggers actually get some good damage off on the Noise Marines as they retreated. Scouts grenade. They were aiming for the retreating Noise Marines, I think, because those heretics were worshipping, so I don't think that would have hit them. Although maybe that was aimed on the outer edge of it. Havoc's coming to suppress the Devastators. Big weight of fire here all of a sudden on the Tactical Marines, but way out of position. Grenade barrage knocking down the Devastators, which should be enough to force them off, I would think. Another barrage of grenades coming in. Well, another volley of them, I should say. Can they get onto the power now? Well, their own power's being capped here. Meanwhile, though, they have taken this power completely. And there's still this turret here. The Plague Champion's turret doesn't suppress as quickly as the Techmarines. I'm not sure if it does as much damage either, but it does have a wider firing arc. The Techmarine went down here, but I think a teleporting Mekboy should be able to get him. And they are on the power, finally. These heretics might want to back off. Some Daka from the flank. Mekboy gets in there with electric armor. Really messing up those Noise Marines, actually. The heretics doom blasting thin air. And then they run away. That Mekboy turret. Oh, there's two Mekboy turrets now. Not sure if we've actually seen them shoot at anything. Nothing wants to get close enough to them. Because they don't suppress, they are easier to just kind of brute force and try to take down. Sluggers with a Nob Leader on the way before Val.Hero or Ruthless at heart even begin their tier 2s. There's Val.Hero's tier 2. Ruthless will be the last to go. And it looks like they're floating, or not quite. Need 125 power to go tier 2. Shooters are maybe going to go down. 7 hit points, 6. Some stuff in retreat path. They should go down. There we go. Techmarine still having a nap. Mekboy levels to 2. All of a sudden, after a strong, if slightly wonky start from the blue team, they were very southwest heavy. They are now being a little bit overwhelmed at the end of tier 1, beginning of tier 2. Deranged down to 2 units, sluggers and shooters. But here comes a Death Dread, which is going to have a whole bunch of fun. Oh, we have a Techmarine turret here too. Didn't even notice that because I'm blind. Must have put that up ages ago. Back to his feet, the Techmarine. Deranged doesn't like this map very much. It is an odd map. That garrison is in such a trolly place for early Mekboys and warp spiders to teleport to and stuff. Uh-oh, touch of Nurgle Chaos Space Marines having a rough time. What are they up to? Retreat, fellas. What are you trying to achieve here? Run away, there you go. Rush of blood to the head for Val.Hero, I think. But they do get away. Plague Marines up for Redbeard. Good tool to use against turrets since they fire at the same rate under suppression. And are quite tanky, especially under some Nurgle worship. Mekboy coming in here to tie them up. Takes down one of the models, so that Nurgle explosion there. Electric armor goes off. Here come heretics. Did some good work though, the Mekboy, and has enough energy to teleport away. Here comes sluggers now. Plague Marines losing another model. Couldn't quite finish off the turret either. Can the sluggers get there to repair? I think they can. Loads of Nurgle worship. CSM from Redbeard joining the fight. Might want to go around here, fellas. 308 to 476. Blue team take their natural power back in the north. And something's on that northeastern VP too. Bunch of dead orcs. Shooter boys do get away. Is this scouts? No, it's Devastators and scouts. And a Death Dread from Deranged straight onto the power. Did not waste any time, and they might get a full bash there because of that quick thinking. Blood Crusher's going to go after it. Not sure who wins that fight, actually. Blood Crusher, I believe, has more DPS at 90 odd. Death Dread is 70 odd, but the Death Dread does have melee resistance. And more hit points, so I assume the Death Dread wins it. If it doesn't do silly special attacks and stuff. There we go. Yeah, it wins it. Melee resistance makes a massive difference. Blood Crusher just kind of backs away. Mark of Khorne, Chaos Space Marines. Not sure why the Blood Crusher came back in there. Took a las cannon hit. I guess I didn't know the las cannon was there. Down to 15 hit points. Down it goes. There's that Mekboy Global. Or is that just Rampage? The might just be Rampage going off. We have a Noxious Cloud. Death Dread continues to go absolutely mental. There's Blessing of the Omnissiah to repair that Dreadnought from the global bar of the Techmarine. Pretty sure that's Heresy. Librarian running away. Weird boy. Oh, doesn't knock down the Plague Champion because of Armor of Pestilence. There's Zap. I think it does 50 damage on contact and then it jumps to nearby units. Friend or foe. Heretics just reinforcing there. And you've got Plague Champion goes for the Northeastern VP. Their power I don't think was completely bashed. But the Death Dread did get away and got a level out of that. Has the Burners and Bits. 272 to 470. Was that the Cult of Speed? The Mekboy Global? It might have been. Just to speed up that Death Dread. But it does have a Rampage ability which is very similar. And I think they have the same visual effect. That lightning bolt on top of them. I think. Could be wrong. Not often I see Cult of Speed used. Repairing the power, and that big special attack from the Death Dread has such long range and knockback strength. Very fun to see. The Plague Champion of Redbeard now with the Plague Fist. Almost level 3 as well. With the Mucus Discharge heal as well, alongside that Armor of Pestilence, so it's quite tanky and can heal. Fetid Armor up on Val.Hero with some Bloodletters. Demons with power melee weapons, really bad news for these Marines. Warping out of resistance there, they couldn't quite catch them. Since they're demons, they'll benefit greatly from the Nurgle worship. With a bunch of health regen, even more than regular Nurgle worship, and some energy regen too. There they go. Just drawing Ruthless in. And there's Touch of Nurgle on them. I mean, they ran off. Made them kind of waste a Touch of Nurgle. They got no damage out of it, although they did force a retreat, so I guess it's not a complete waste. I don't know if Bloodletters, yeah, they're not going to try and bash the powder, they're just going to decap something. Uh-oh. Weird boy took a missile to the face, I think, and goes down. Slugger's backing off too. Here's another Blood Crusher on the way. Val.Hero. Razorback for Ruthless. Deranged goes tier 3. Which could be a perfect time to go if their teammate here can hold the line. They've got a fair chunk of requisition into tier 3. Not a lot of power income though. Really blubbing up the chaos stuff. Bloodletters continue to harass Ruthless. They don't have much they can do about it. I guess the Librarian can go in toe to toe. Here's a Razorback to help out. Nurgle worship for the Bloodletters. Very brave tactical Marines trying to stay in melee there. Now they teleport away the Bloodletters and in retreats. Have the blue team kind of locked into base. Death Dreaders getting repairs. Deranged just hit tier 3. 60 power, so they could start getting flash kits up. Double Blood Crushers for Val.Hero. Electric armor doing its thing. Blood Crushers are right there though. Doesn't take any damage really from the electric armor. Trying to come in from a different angle is Ruthless. Very fluid game so far. Here comes that Death Dread. Rampaging in. Smack. Can it kill those Havocs? It can. It's a good rush here from the blue team. Pestilent Strike slows down those sluggers, but actually helps out the Death Dread with some range damage resistance. Plague Champion now fights the sluggers, which is generally not a good fight for the Plague Champion. Fully upgraded sluggers here. Even fully kitted out like this. Uses Aura of Decay. And does get rid of him in the end. Mekboy going for that southwestern VP now. 135 to 466. Plague Marines take the garrison. They should get at least one more shot then. Nope. They shoot at the Mekboy. Razorback's doing some good work here, but double Blood Crushers in your face. We do have some flash kits from Deranged. Their Git Finder's already in, increasing the range. They can get some really super effective blaster guns for the heavy infantry Marines. The Markov Zinch there. What about Redbeards? Also Markov Zinch. Plague Champion Redbeard is down right there, behind that wall. Should get a revive, but we'll see. Blue team do have their northern power, don't have their western power though. Guys kicking off in the mid. This Razorback has been awesome so far. Constant damage pressure. That reinforcement in the field. Death Dread goes after the Blood Crusher. There's orbs. That is going to affect the friendly Death Dread as well. Las Cannon should be able to finish off this Blood Crusher now. And that's both of them down. Down they go. They did okay. I mean, 60 power each. Maybe you'd want a little bit more out of them if they doubled up like that. Val.Hero now doubles up on the Bloodletters. Redbeard, meanwhile, is tier 3. And here comes a Chaos Predator tank. Do they have... They have the las cannon, they have the orbs. Tactical Marines could get a missile launcher. And the Mekboy, does have the Beamy Death Gun actually, so they certainly have the tools to deal with that tank. That was overcharged plasma there from the Techmarine. Bloodletters harassing the north. In fact, they're going to get onto the power alongside the CSM. What was that? Drop pod for some more Marines. Hey, here's the Cult of Speed for sure on the Razorback. Smite. Couldn't quite help them get a model there. 127 to 443 on the VPs. Big VP lead for the red team. Ever since like the end of tier 1, early tier 2, they put a lot of pressure on Touch of Nurgle Heretics. That would have been really bad news for that blob of Marines. Sluggers soaking up some damage. Not sure why these guys are worshipping right there. Level 3, they get away. And there's that Chaos Predator. No mark yet. Someone was bugged for Val.Hero apparently. Oh, these guys. I guess the Heretics. Yeah, it's Dawn of War 2 bugs. And stop kill them. I think it was talking about the Heretics, I'm not sure. Maybe it was one of the Bloodletters. 122 to 443. Some teleporting Bloodletters here. Getting a decap on the VP. Accusations of cheating in the chat, which is always fun to see. Death Dread is going to go down. There it is. Leveling up the Plague Champion to 4. Deranged with a decent chunk of resources. Actually could get a Nob Squad, and here they come. 500, 100 just to get them out the gate. And then there's another 100 power or so for the rest of their upgrades. They are very expensive. I mean, super unit price. We can tough it out, says Deranged. That's the idea. That's the spirit. Northeast has turned blue. They can't get the central. There's that Nurgle worship again. No mark for the tank. Another Blood Crusher for Val. 115 to 442. No interest in getting this VP back apparently by Ruthless. There's camping on that VP for now. Because they're quite low on them. Approaching 100 actually. Plague Champion of Redbeard. We've lost the indicator. Just backing away. In fact, they're in retreat now. Mekboy's level 5. He's killed a bunch of stuff. And there's that Nob Squad coming in. No sign of the blasters yet. They might have just been saving for the Nobs. Grenade Barrage misses everything. He was electrifying the VP there for a second. Slug is in front. It is a Mark of Nurgle tank now. And yeah, I think generally just ignore it. Just ignore the tank. Kill everything else. Nob Squad tearing apart the Heretics, but here come Chaos Terminators from Redbeard. They could get their Lightning Claws. Friendly fire on those poor Heretics. CSM no match for the Nob Squad. That was an Aura of Decay used a little bit earlier, I think. Nob Squad did really well there in their first fights. They have their Nob Leader. A las cannon turret in the mid, which is maybe a little bit overkill for a Razorback. It's getting Cult of Speed and Blessing of the Omnicide. Its Razorback has been awesome. They might just be getting annoyed with it. Let's put a las cannon turret up. Plague Champion falls. That was Val.Hero. Could get a quick power bash here. No, I think they're trying to flank the mid. Techmarine's gone for it. They are indeed going to take the turret down. There's a force barrier from the force staff of the Librarian. Didn't actually hit anything. Missile launcher tactical marines in there. Turret is still up. CSM were almost wiped. Bloodletters teleporting in. And they show no fear, popped by those tactical marines there. Here comes the Nob squad again. Mekboy is getting shots on the Nurgle tank. Nob squad went for the decap 76 to 442. Mekboy levels to 6. Nob squad soaking up so much damage here. Nothing yet for these Chaos Terminators. Have those default combi bolters and power fists. Bloodletters with touch of Nurgle. Seen loads of touch of Nurgle from Val. They are taking a bunch of damage though. They just got a Dreadnought up. Maybe Mark of Khorne to fight the Nobs. Terminator trying to use their power fists on the Razorback, which continues to be amazingly effective for Ruthless. They've done some great work with that thing. Bloodletters chasing the Techmarine. Did the last cannon get the hit there on the Terminators? Looks like it definitely got that one. 69 to 442. Here comes that Dreadnought. No mark on this thing. The Orbs missed it. The Orbs missed the Dreadnought. I think he thought it was going to continue to march forward there, but it didn't. Razorback lives. Another Cult of Speed. Lots of global usage in this game. There's that Nob squad. Almost level 2. Down goes one of the Bloodletters. In fact, I think they might wipe here. Nope, they just get into worship range. They might have got away anyway, actually. Not sure if anything was close enough. The Chaos Predator, I think, just bashed the power if there was anything there. Nurgle's Shrine is up. 62 to 442. Massive VP lead for the red team. Massive VP lead. That was a good Blastmaster hit. Poor Shooter Boys trying to cap. That red debuff is the demoralization effect from those Chaos Terminators. Not sure what it's officially called, but I always just call it demoralization. Nob squad on a rampage, tearing through those CSM. They're going to wipe them out. In fact, down they go. Well into level 2 now. Still not a Mark of Khorne Dreadnought. What is it doing here? Is it going to get away? Las Cannon and Missile Launcher on it. I don't think it is. There's a Nob squad in retreat path, but they are in turn retreating. Down goes the Dreadnought. That was some really strange Dreadnought usage from Val. Maybe they just forgot about it for a few seconds. Chaos Terminators do have Lightning Claws, so they are a pretty good counter to those Nobs now. Although levels of support and stuff for the unit can change that fight. They will typically mince them though. Bloodletter's doing really well against the Devastators. Almost finished them off. That was quite a dicey place to be in for those fellas. Flash kits do have their blasters now. That instantaneous damage on those Terminators. Wow. Are the Sluggers going to get the wipe here? They took a big shot from the tank though. I think they're going to get him. Nope, they teleport out. They teleported out. Nob squad have found the Bloodletters, who get way too far into the enemy territory, having to warp out of existence. They've done a decent job kind of ignoring the Chaos Predator. I mean, it is a tank, but sometimes players go a little bit too hard going after a Nurgle tank because they feel like, oh, it's a tank, I need to take it down. But that tank doesn't do a huge amount of damage compared to other tanks. It's much more efficient use of your forces and time to go after other things a lot of the time. Flash kits, obviously. They're shooting at the heretics there, who are trying to repair. 49 to 425. 2-to-1 cap for the red team. Blue team, though, look at his armies. Dreadnought up for Ruthless, who's still in tier 2. Val.Hero also still in tier 2. My mouse is freaking out. What is this? That's the Razorback. I mean, what else would it be, dumbass? Plague Champion hits the Pestilent Strike and runs away. Not sure why they hit it without being on the VP. What a running. He's going top, says Deranged, talking about this. Plague Champion does have the fist for Val.Hero now as well. So it can threaten the Razorback. The level 4 Razorback should shoot up the Bloodletters pretty well. Some good damage, look at that. That's 3 bursts, 4, and now it's shooting another model. There's that Cult of Speed again. Needs to move. Those Bloodletters are probably... oh, they're only level 2. I thought they'd be level 3 at least. We've got a Multi-Melter Dreadnought with Cult of Speed. That's pretty fun. Multi-Melter is good versus all targets, but has a relatively short range. Bloodletters are persuaded to leave. 46 to 409. A 1-to-1 cap. We have the super tough beam on those knobs now. Chaos Terminators with touch of Nurgle, which is why the knobs are just backing the hell away from them. Letting the flash kits do some damage. Are they going to get the cap? They do get the cap. Well played, Mekboy. Teleports away, runs off. A little 2-to-1 there for the blue team. Gives them some breathing room. Here comes Ruthless at the heart with a pretty risky flank. They didn't know what was here, I don't think. I guess they guessed by all the stuff that was down here that it was clear. Chaos Predator now being hunted by a Dreadnoughts. Those are Plague Marines there. Blast Master gets a hit. Dreadnoughts in trouble all of a sudden. Not taking a lot of damage from the tank, but it's kind of fixated on it, and the Plague Marines are putting damage in. Chaos Terminators might go after it as well. The claws are power melee, so not suited versus vehicles, but there's so much DPS that they can do the job. There we go. Blue team are taking the mid now. A Land Raider Phobos on the way for Redbeard. Can Deranged get another squad of knobs up? They can just be maybe a little bit more cautious to not get model losses here. Try to save that requisition. Obviously you need to try and still put pressure on. Aura of Decay knocking down that stuff. Here come Bloodletters. There's a noxious cloud as well. Action everywhere. Mekboy throws a super tough beam on the knobs. They're chasing a tank, and it is very, very low. One shot from the Mekboy I think would do it. There it is. They got the tank finally. That must have been very satisfying. Blue team might have turned this around right there. They might have turned it around right there. Val.Hero with the Mark of Khorne Dreadnoughts. Brand new one. There's a tier 3 from Ruthless. They're a little bit sloppy, the red team, with their unit choices. The amount of blood crushers from Val.Hero was strange. And then that random Dreadnought, which kind of milled around the mid. There was lots of wasted power, I think. I mean, there's no wonder they're still in tier 2 here. There is Ruthless. The Razorback's been amazing. The flash kits on the knobs have done their job well. Mekboy's been used really well. Level 8 this fella. Got to battery pack, so lots of good support for those knobs as they wade into melee. There's a triple for blue. They might have done this. There's the Land Raider Phobos. Oh, they've gone for more flash kits, not for more knobs. There's that battery pack heal for the level 3 knob squad here. I guess more flash kits because there's Lightning Claw Terminators on the field. And they can do things like that. Knobs are causing so much problems though. And if you've got 2 of them, you can split them up 2 areas of the map. The Terminators can't be 2 places at once. Bloodletters teleporting in there. Could be a dicey fight actually for Ruthless. They need to be careful. Got the Orb of the Omnissiah on the tank, and the Librarian is tearing through those CSM. Level 4 Librarian here. Some good damage output. Almost wiped him. Almost wiped him. Oh, they might have been able to smite it to death. Maybe not. Had 50 hit points. 46 to 229. Red team are taking the mid. It's Plague Marines there. Land Raider Phobos with the Dirge Caster. Lightning Claw Terminators. And the Plague Champion fighting level 3 knobs with Mekboy support and flash kit damage. If the knobs weren't stunned there from the Dirge Caster, they might have been able to... Yeah, they would have been able to take a model off the Terminators, definitely. Look how low they are. I mean, 700 hit points or so is pretty low for Terminators. Orbs again. Throws it as far as they can, but it's not quite far enough. Plague Champion goes down. 46 to 197. The Deranged has more than enough resources to reinforce their stuff. We have unupgraded level 4 shooter boys here. That's amazing. We're trying to contest that VP. Uh-oh. Imperial Abyss on the retreat path. Wiped out. Wiped out some tactical marines there. Wrong drop, says Ruthless. You're talking about this drop pod? Here's another one. And it's a Venerable Dreadnought. Awesome. That should do pretty well against the Lightning Claw Terminators, actually. Chaos Dreadnought coming in. Mekboy teleports away, throws up the Super Tough Beam, and probably dies. Maybe. Oh, the CSM don't shoot him. He gets away. Nob Squad onto the Dreadnought there. That big damage resistance buff from the Super Tough Beam. Flash Skitch just exploding infantry. 38 to 176. The Flash Skit blasters do very little damage to vehicles, which is not affecting that tank very well. But they are tearing through the infantry. What is this? Is that Noxious Cloud? I guess so. 38 to 176. Nob Squad. Wow, got very close to death there. Very close. Missile launch attacks get it done. There's Veil of Time from the Librarian too. Some awesome play here. Chaos Terminators are kind of 60%-ish health, backed up by the Phobos, which is under half. What is this? Heretics gonna have a bad time against the Razorback. It's killing one model per burst almost. Do they have time to even decap? They don't. Tax with their 50% faster capping on that central VP. Noise Marines, level 3. They do get away. Librarian's been awesome for Ruthless as well. Not just that Razorback, that Librarian's been great. Overcharged Plasma on a level 9 Techmarine with Signum Mark target. Bloodletters need to get him the hell away from the Terminators there, and they do. Sluggers, level 4, surely. Yep, they are. Nob Squad also level 4, of course. Trying to bait the Bloodletters back there. They were phased out, so they couldn't take damage. There's those unupgraded level 4 shooter boys. Legendary shooter boys over here. Aura of Decay and a Pestilence Strike at the same time, I think. And another Noxious Cloud. Tossed in there. The Plague Champion is surely going to die to the Nob Squad. Sluggers are capping. 30 to 153. It's so close. War Truck thrown out here by Deranged to get some infield reinforcement since the Razorback was in the northeast the whole time. Or is it now? It's towards the mid now. Phobos. Very dangerous versus vehicles. Those big side-mounted twin-linked las cannons getting a little bit of repairs from these terrified heretics. Off they go. There's the orb. Dirgecaster was hit just before it, I think. I think it's done for because the Nob Squad are on it. They're going to be debuffed a little while by the Dirgecaster, but more than enough DPS to deal with it. Noise Marines with a decent shot. Touch of Nurgle. Bloodletters here. In amongst the Flash Gits. 1-to-1 cap. A Predator tank here from Ruthless. Probably keep it with its autocannon, I would think. Getting behind the Plague Marines so they can't fire back. But now they can. They're going into melee with it. Okay. You do you, fellas. Super Tough Beam up on the stunned Nob Squad there. 2-to-1 for blue. Cult of Speed on the War Truck. Here comes the tank to say hello. Tactical Marines on the cap from the drop pod there. 30 to 123 on the VPs. A single, soon to be a double, I think. Is anything going to cap the mid, or maybe a 2-to-1? Maybe. Plague Champion takes down the Mekboy. Levels the Bloodletters to 4. Having to phase out so they can't cap anymore. Plague Champion, level 9 for Redbeard. To the grand old time. This fella level 7. Reviving the mech. Techmarine already level 10. Taking damage. Oh, Plague Champion's still there. Kind of blends in with the without the indicator on this map. Oh, Chaos Terminator's got wiped. Flash Git truck play. Got that done. Surely the blue team have this now. Surely. Even the Pestilent Strike can't save the Plague Champion here. I don't think they're going to get the decap. Oh, maybe. Oh, they got it. Those guys should have been in melee with the Plague Champion there. That Pestilent Strike providing tons of range damage resistance. 80% I think it is. More Cult of Speed. So much of it. Awesome to see. No cap game right now. But blue team have the big army advantage. Big army advantage. Not only do they have more units, but Deranged has level 4 flash kits, level 4 knobs, level 3 flash kits. As well as these two really powerful heroes. Another Chaos Predator. And we got some chosen Plague Marines from Val.Hero. Unique to the Plague Champion. Not sure what they can do here though. There's the a triple cap, I should say. For the Blues. Dragonfire rounds from the Stern Guard to combat these garrison units. Look at that. Those are probably leveled up Plague Marines too. Gonna kill them. Not often you get to see Dragonfire rounds actually do what they're meant to. Nice little option they have. Blue team take it with a triple cap at the end. GG indeed. Big comeback there. Under intense pressure, the Razorback started the ball rolling. Some great plays from Ruthless in and around the top here, getting little flanks. The Mekboy stayed very solid, was used very well by Deranged. And then Nob Squad came out with the flash kits. And they stayed solid from that point on. Sluggers did really well too. Some misplays from those Plague Champions in terms of what they got out and what they did with them. Was it like 3 Blood Crushers in total from Val.Hero? Kept them in tier 2 for a while. Maybe, in fact, they finished the game in tier 2. Look at that. Wow. Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching, guys. This was from the recent monthly Rumble tournament, although I'm not sure which stage of the tournament this was. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.